In the U.S., wireless accounts for the bulk of your revenue. Right. In the U.S., the wireless industry overall is not growing very fast. The market is becoming fairly mature. Where else in the world do you want to look for growth? It was just reported, the company just announced it's not in active discussions with Reliance in India, as had been reported previously. Where else outside the U.S. do you want to look for growth?
Yeah, let me start with the premise of your question first. Our wireless business is about a $50 billion business, and it's growing at 10% year over year on the top line.
It's a fast growth in revenue, but there's not fast growth in total subscribers, as I understand.
Total subscribers have slowed, and you would expect that, right? I mean, everybody has a wireless phone now.
Right.
But roughly somewhere less than 40% of the U.S. has a smartphone.
Right.
Why is that important? Smartphone subscribers, average revenue per customer is oftentimes double a traditional wireless subscriber. And we believe that number gets to 70, 80% of those subscribers will have smartphones. So we think there's a lot of growth potential there. Well, we're around 50% now, which is about 2x the industry average, by the way. And if you look at the intake, about 60 to 70% of our new sales are smartphone subscribers, right? So you probably have a couple more years to run in terms of smartphone penetration. Set that aside. The new business, or we call it emerging devices, but people connecting everything to the wireless network. And the way I try to portray this to people is try to imagine you walk into a Best Buy. Everything you see in Best Buy at some point will be wirelessly connected. I fundamentally believe that. And we started this business 2 years ago. We said we're going to go after this and go after it hard. We appointed an individual, started a business unit up, and in the fourth quarter we had our coming out party for this business. Yeah. We announced well over 1 million new devices connected to the network in that quarter. First quarter, another 1 million devices. This is something that's going to continue to grow and grow. E-readers and navigation devices, you name it, it'll be connected to these networks. So we think there's a lot of growth left in the U.S. marketplace for wireless. Now, that said, where else do you want to be? The emerging markets, they're really exciting, right? And we have a major stake in Latin America through América Móvil. And we've had that investment for a long time, and it contributes a lot to our earnings and a lot to our cash flow. And I went down to Mexico to help run that operation when it was 20,000 subscribers. Today it's 200 million subscribers and growing. It's still growing 30% a year. So we feel like we have a very good place in Latin America. Feel really good about it. Where do you go after that? India's tough. As you commented, that was reported that we were looking at Reliance Communications, or that there were talks. There have not been any talks. But India is an exciting place. 1.1 billion people, half of them have a cell phone, but the regulatory situation is a little messy. It is hyper-competitive. You have 6, 7 competitors in most of the regions there. This is an industry not conducive to that kind of structure.
To having 6 or 7, there's got to be some consolidation.
Capital intensive. It's very capital intensive.
Right.
China, it's a hard place for us to invest.
It's a very hard place for any outsider to invest.
Especially an infrastructure company like telecommunications. So, internationally, it'll be hit and miss. It's going to be very selective, but there are not a lot of really attractive opportunities right now.